Hey guys, welcome to Keeping It Real with Jay. My name's Jay. This is my first video, so please bear with me. I don't want to make it too long, but either way, I just want to kind of introduce myself and let you know what my intentions are as far as making this video and making future videos, from now on. So basically, I was born here in California, in Los Angeles area, and at a very young age, I moved to Texas with my father. My parents got divorced, unfortunately, when I was a very young kid, and due to the difficulties here in California, I moved with my father in Texas. And started a new life. So basically out there, the food's a little different, the environment's a little different, very good food, barbecue, Tex-Mex, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the year following after moving, I came to California and visited my mother and my siblings. And when they saw me, they were a little shocked. They were like, wow, you're kind of a heavy-set kid, for my age. At that age, I was wearing a 36-inch waist. That was just kind of big even for an adult. So just imagine, I was kind of a little round guy. But either way, so when my mom saw me at the time, my mom was already actually taking supplements with Nature Sunshine. She was actually working for me, and she was a private distributor at the time, very old school company. And she put me on my first cleanse because she was like, you know what, we need to help you out here. We need to cleanse you out. We need to, get you restarted. And everything about your health is your intestines and, digestion. Basically, that's what she told me. Those were my first bases of knowledge as far as when it came to health. So she put me on a cleanse. After 2 months, I dropped 20 pounds, literally. I'm sure my metabolism had a lot to do with that. And she put me on a certain diet, put me on the fibers, everything you could think of, basically. I remember taking up to 10 pills a day. For some people, it's like, okay, you're going to put a kid through that, but there were natural supplements, fibers, this and that, cascara sagrada, fennel, senna, a lot of different things. And then she put me through, a probiotic load up, basically, to load up my intestinal flora. Changed my life completely. Even at that age, I realized that I was like, wow, what, that age, even you're like, wow, dude, I feel so much different. You know what I mean? But I was very lucky, to have my mother, there guide me with me. And that was about 24 years ago, to be very specific. 24 years ago, that was a long time ago. Kind of an older guy, now I'm more into, anti-aging and everything and keeping a certain weight. But after that, a year after, I really got into weight training. More specifically for football, because I really, really want to get into football. It was Texas, Texas football, north area of Texas, the Panhandle area. It was like almost like a religion. So I played, quite a few years in that, all junior high school, Pee Wee, I think, if you want to call it. But as far as that, I really got into the weight training thing. I remember picking up my first magazine, which was Muscle Mag. I think it was by Robert Kennedy. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Please, anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. But it was Robert Kennedy. I remember in those times, Greg Zulak wrote articles at the beginning pages of the magazine, and I learned a lot of different things about bodybuilding. I would say within 2 years of reading so many of the magazines and keeping in tune with it, especially with Greg Zulak, how the methods were back then, I kind of knew what it was to build a massive ripped up physique, what it took, which were very, controversial, methods at the time. Now it's just a reality, I would say. So, but not just interested in bodybuilding, which I really love bodybuilding. Underneath my bed, I had stacks and stacks of Muscle Mag magazines. That's basically all I read. But, during those times, because I want to expand my knowledge, as far as bodybuilding, supplementation, fitness, nutrition, just how the human body worked. I really got interested in that. That back in those times, there was no social media, no internet. There was no easy access to the internet, like as far as having cell phones, just looking it up and immediately just getting an answer. Back then I would have to go to a library and read up on micronutrients, macronutrients, endocrinology, the heart, the brain, the organs, everything, how the body worked, and even science class, like my science teachers. I remember a couple of my science teachers, especially my biology teacher. I would drive her nuts sometimes with these questions. At the end of the day, of course, she was pretty, she was, kind of like, hey, like, what the hell is wrong with you? She found me very peculiar, very different from other students. I wish I can remember her name. Very sweet lady, very skinny, I remember. And she would talk to me about it, you know what I mean? And help me out with that. So basically magazines were the key for me at the time. My teacher, my biology teacher, and encyclopedias, all that stuff, encyclopedias, my teacher, and magazines, all that right there. Like I said, I had stacks and stacks for years. I collected Muscle Mag magazines, And I would read them over and over and over as far as nutrition, protein, carbohydrates, fats, macronutrients, micronutrients, sleep, weight training, and everything. I just was so into it. I loved bodybuilding. I even told myself that one day I wanted to be a bodybuilder. After realizing really the how much effort you have to put in, dedication to me is one of the hardest sports, if it is a sport, a pretty peculiar sport for some people. Very hard, if not the hardest sport ever. Because you're taking every single detail to the full 100% extreme. It really takes your body to wherever it can go. You know what I mean? Whether it's drug use, whether it's supplement use, whether it's dieting, cutting out water, cutting out sodium. I mean, muscle augmentation. I mean, as far as much as you can put on. It was very, very intense. So I really couldn't do it. I still practiced it to a certain level, but, it was really, really hard. And for the most part, the beginning years, it was for football. Very much into it. So basically that's how I got into physicality. I got into, physical culture, the health aspects, the muscle augmentation, the whole illusion, the physique, building a physique, the cosmetic effect. Very much into it. I loved every bit of it. So those were, the times, and this has been almost 24 years, 23 years that I really started getting into it. And I love every bit of it. You know what I mean? So that's a part of that, and then, eventually I came back to California. I lived here. I've been out here for several years now, and I'm enjoying life. I've been working at supplement stores for about 10 years now, helping people of all kinds, on different age ranges, even the 70, 60-year-old that's been taking supplements for 40, 30, 50 years even. I think the longest I've heard of anybody taking supplements is 50 years. This person is about 70 years old or so at the moment, and looks incredible. I mean, I would confuse it for a person that was like maybe 50 years old. Guys, I'm not even kidding you. So that's what really got me into anti-aging. Right now at the moment, I'm very much into anti-aging. I'm an older guy. I'm not sure if it looks like it or not. Who gives a shit? But either way, I'm an older guy. I'm very much looking forward to slowing down the aging process. Staying healthy as much as I can. Weight training, taking my supplements and everything. And doing all of that. So that's really inspired me to do that. So right now I'm more into that mode. But as far as that, my intentions with this page basically is going to be helping people as much as I can. I've been very inspired by a lot of YouTube celebrities and everything that I've been watching for the past 7 to 8 years. And nowadays I'm like, why not? I have about 24 years of knowledge. Why not spread what I know, my opinions? And the most important thing about it, though, guys, besides the magazines, the encyclopedias, speaking to my teachers or whatever, meeting people, is own personal experimentation. I can feel that I'm a guinea pig when it comes to that. I actually experimented for years, with supplements and regimens and everything that even before my boy was born, I really got into like growing as much muscle as possible in the shortest period amount of time, hint, hint. So I really got into it until maybe like a year and a half ago to 2 years. I stopped as far as that agenda, and now I'm more into anti-aging and maintaining a certain amount of muscle in my body. If I want to grow a little more or I want to cut down or whatever, then I'll do so. But I'm not into that, is growing as much muscle as possible, which was a great experience. I really loved it. I loved actually experiencing bodybuilding completely and being dedicated to that for a while, bulking, cutting, going through phases, weight training, doing deadlifts, squats, the basics, and really augmenting a lot of strength. But that's what it is, guys. And my intention is basically, like I said, to spread the knowledge as far as what I know. I want to, communicate with people. I want to help people as much as I can, guys, all right? It's keeping it real with Jay. And I mean, keeping it real is seriously, I'm not here to bullshit. I'm not here to tell you that you're going to put on 20 pounds in a couple of months, and, of pure muscle, in natural means or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I don't care if you take drugs, if you don't take drugs, if you're just that 40, 60-year-old that just wants to, hey, I just want to get healthier. What can I do? I want to improve my digestion. What can I do? I want to improve my hair health, my skin health, my mental health especially. I suffered from anxiety and depression for years. I want to help people out with that too. A lot of things that I want to contribute to. What my goal is more, specifically, is that after all this time, I have a lot to thank the industry. I have a lot to thank my mother and a lot of people that really got me into this world, into bodybuilding, or if that's what you want to call it, or, physical culture and health. I want to contribute my talent. I really want to put out there what I know to the industry. I want to contribute to the industry in this way and contribute to humankind, whether I can help somebody, do whatever they want to do and accomplish something positive. Guys, I want to be there for you as much as I can. So please, I will soon put up an email address where you can actually ask all the questions that you want to, and we can go from there. I want to answer as many questions as I can. I wish I can answer every single one of them. But if anything, I can probably combine different questions and put them in one video and make it into one point. That's my goal too. So guys, please don't be scared to ask. Like I said, I'm not here to bullshit. You're not going to hear any crap. Okay, you're going to hear my experience, my opinion, which a lot of people have opinions. There's a lot of great information out there, from different people. There's a lot of, misinformation in my opinion, and they're going to see it my way too. They're going to be like, hey, you know what, Julian, you're wrong. Great. Tell me, why am I wrong? Educate me. I'm still a student of physical culture. That until the day that I die, I will be a student. Okay, I'm continuing to learn. I want to learn more. If there's more technology, I'm not a stubborn person, guys. I am open to learning more. Okay, but I want to go based off what I know and what other people have gone through and that I've known and been more personally attached to. So guys, once again, keeping it real with Jay. I'm here to keep it real. Any questions or whatever, please leave your comments at the bottom. Any questions or comments, hit a like if you like. If not, that's cool. Subscribe, that would help out more. If you don't want to subscribe, I don't care, guys. I will still answer your questions if you have any questions. So as of that, I would hopefully by the end of this week, if not, I'm sorry, by the beginning of next week, I'm gonna have another video. This is my first kind of shitty lighting, setting, whatever. That's cool. You can see my kids' toys in the background and some groceries. Great. But I'm just getting started right now, and like I said, my goal is to just introduce myself and let you know what my intentions are, what my experience is, the years that I've been in it, and what I'm into right now, which is anti-aging. Like I said, I am an older person right now, and looking forward to getting even older and having more knowledge and getting wiser. So guys, have a great evening. Thank you for listening, and like I said, any questions, please leave them in the comments below. My next video will definitely have a new email address where where you can leave all your questions. Keeping it real with Jay. Guys, thank you very much. Have a great night. Absolutely.